Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, welcome back to another video, and in this one, we're going to be going over a new blog post from DICE, which is detailing basically all of the changes coming to Battlefield 6 for Season 1. So there's going to be a big quality of life update here, I think either before Season 1 drops on the 28th, or with Season 1 on the 28th. And among those changes are going to be things like progression changes, player movement, visibility, Battlefield Labs is getting an update, there's going to be weapon dispersion changes as well. So I figured we should just read through this together and see exactly what is going on. As always, if you guys do enjoy the content here on the channel, don't forget to hit that sub button to stay up to date with everything Battlefield 6, and thank you guys so much for the support. Alright, let's just hop straight in here, and this article is called Battlefield 6 Community Update, Latest Changes, and Preparing for Season 1. So they say, hello everyone, thank you for continuing to share your experiences and for helping us shape Battlefield 6 together. As we approach the launch of Season 1, we want to share another update on the changes and improvements we've been working on based on your feedback. And I'm sure you guys have already seen this Season 1 preview, we've talked about that in videos before, so we'll just skim over that. So priority Battlefield 6 game updates. Our immediate focus is on overall performance and the combat experience. As we move forward, we are investigating potential changes on key areas such as weapon dispersion, balance, visibility, aim assist, progression, and more. A number of updates have already been made available, and we have more that are planned to roll out over the course of Season 1. So this is what's live right now. So first of all, custom search. We've made some adjustments to improve how accurately matchmaking aligns with your selected map and mode preferences. The system still maintains flexibility to support reasonable queue times, so players with more specific selections may notice slightly longer waits. We'll keep monitoring custom search performance and continue fine-tuning as needed. Okay, that's a really good change there, because whenever I look for a specific map, it doesn't even try for any amount of significant time to find that map. It just instantly match makes me like that, and I always wondered why doesn't it actually give it a try, and it sounds like it will now. Then we've got the vehicle spawn bug, of course. We recently deployed a targeted backend change to address an issue where vehicles could sometimes fail to spawn as expected across certain maps and modes. The current results have shown that it has greatly reduced the number of occurrences and started to improve the balance issues on some map and mode combinations. We are aware of a few outliers that this fix did not address, and we're working on a fix to resolve these outstanding issues. We also saw that this backend change had a slightly positive impact on breakthrough win rates, but we are working on further balancing changes that are meant to be more impactful and bring the win rates into a better state. So again, really good to see that one. All of the vehicles, or for the most part at least, should now be spawning where they're supposed to be. Portal server availability. Earlier this week, we made XP adjustments for community experiences. In case you missed it, check out the details here on how to get full XP in verified modes. I'm going to have a separate video coming on that today, guys. Today has been a big day, so it's a double video day for you guys. So watch out for one a little bit later on, covering all of those details, as well as getting a bit in depth in the Battle Royale. So upcoming changes, player movement. This is going to be a big one. We are actively refining player movement to address areas that previously felt inconsistent, while staying true to the gameplay pace and maintaining the core feel of the launch experience. In parallel, we are enhancing sight stability by minimizing reticle movement during specific animations. These adjustments aim to deliver a smoother and more precise aiming experience, all while preserving an immersive first-person feel. So for anybody who was worrying there that they were going to be massively changing the movement in the game, it's basically just like the sight movement. So it sounds like perhaps when you jump or slide or do any of these specific animations, the reticle on your gun is perhaps going to be toned down, like the movement on it is going to be toned down a little bit there. I guess we'll have to see, if the movement is toned down too much, then maybe it's going to make sliding more viable, jumping more viable, bunny hopping, that sort of thing. I don't know, I certainly hope that's not the case, but let's just wait and see how it turns out. Now for progression, we are continuing to monitor the impact of the changes that were made last week and already seeing a smoother experience as we roll out into Season 1, some additional areas we are tracking. So first of all, XP earned in Escalation and King of the Hill is not always working as intended. We are planning to significantly increase the payout to bring them in line with other modes, and we'll keep monitoring once the changes are live. And then we've also seen all your feedback about the challenges and their criteria. The team is working on a series of improvements to make challenges more straightforward to understand and faster to complete. Given the scale of challenges, these changes will roll out over at least 2 updates. Some examples of what we are currently considering are Class Assignment Assault 1, get kills with using the Adrenaline Injector. That's gone down from 30 to 3. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't last very long, the Adrenaline Injector, so that's just kind of like a pain to perform, not very fun at all, so that's a good change. Engineer Expert 3 here, repair vehicles in a match from 6,000 to 1,000. I'm not even kidding you guys when I say to accomplish this, you had to repair a vehicle, no joke, for something like 30 minutes non-stop in a single round. So that was absolutely ridiculous, and clearly they recognized that here. Then we've got Deadeye 2, get headshot kills over 200 meters with sniper rifles. That's gone down from 150 to 5. So I guess that kind of just shows you how ridiculous some of these were. In addition, a later game update will reduce the 200 meter distance. Visibility. Okay, this should be good. We are actively looking into adjustments to exposure and brightness. This will lead to improvements in places where players have experienced blinding light when looking outdoors, overly dark interiors when looking indoors, and a lack of visibility around weapon optics when zooming in. These adjustments are part of a wider pass focused on improving visibility that we expect to complete later in Season 1. Okay, so that's not quite coming with Season 1, it's going to be somewhat after, but I think the game is going to be a lot better after that one. That has to be one of my top critiques for it. Then we've got weapon dispersion. So as part of our Season 1 update, so that's coming on October the 28th, we are making several adjustments to how weapon dispersion behaves. These changes are aimed at ensuring each weapon's accuracy better reflects its intended performance over range. We've also fixed a bug that caused dispersion to not decrease as expected when transitioning from sprinting to a prone location. So we don't really know exactly what these changes are going to be there, but it's suffice to say, I think it's fair that like all the weapons in the game could be handling very, very differently in Season 1 compared to how they handle now, so we're probably going to have to spend some time going back and revisiting them all. We'll continue refining how weapon accuracy behaves in battle to make your shots feel more consistent and rewarding across all weapon types. Our upcoming tuning pass will reduce the overall impact of dispersion across multiple weapon types while keeping the core intent intact. Burst firing will remain the most effective way to control a weapon, and each weapon will still perform best within its intended range. We've also identified a couple of bugs that cause weapons to feel less accurate than intended. So first of all, post-sprint firing. Weapons fired immediately after sprinting while zoomed could retain higher dispersion, reducing accuracy, and then movement start. Dispersion was increased faster than it should when players began moving, making even small adjustments unexpectedly impact precision. This was especially noticeable on controllers. So I think that's actually one of the clips that the Tactical Brit put out there where he was really not moving at all, but whenever he tap fired, his dispersion, it appeared it wasn't resetting, and it seems they found this bug and managed to find and implement a fix for it there. So I think it's fair to say that we're going to have to basically look through all the weapons again. I think they should all perform, like they said here, you know, the best in their intended ranges. But yeah, I think the weapons may feel quite different in Season 1 than they do right now. Now, regarding Battlefield Labs, we are taking a brief hiatus on Battlefield Labs as we prioritize the rollout of Season 1 content. Labs is at its best when we can iterate quickly with you, and it was invaluable in how much it helped us prepare for the launch of Battlefield 6. More updates will be shared when play sessions are returning, and we will continue to develop the future of Battlefield 6 together. So I suppose that's understandable. Right now, they're just concentrating on, you know, getting Season 1 out there, probably the Battle Royale as well, and once that's there, and maybe they're looking at like testing some new features for the game, new mechanics maybe for Season 2, they will kick Labs back into action again. So Battle Royale mode, learnings and updates. And they say, speaking of Battlefield Labs, we have updates on the Battle Royale mode following the suggestions we received during our play sessions. Your Battlefield Labs feedback has helped us fine-tune key elements for this experience. Here's a quick look at what changes you may notice the next time you play. So first of all, close range TTK. We've adjusted time to kill at close range for all weapons to reward clean positioning and tracking while giving players more time to counter attacks. We'll keep monitoring this once it's live. Then we've got armor changes, because of course in Battle Royale you do get armor. Everyone will now have the capacity for 2 armor plates at the start of the game. All players will spawn with 1 plate, so you will have the chance to upgrade as soon as you start looting, giving everyone an equal chance at upgrading their armor fully. So I have tried this out in labs, and basically the way that it works is that you've got like blue armor and then you can upgrade it to purple armor. And I think what was happening was people dropped in, some people found purple armor, some didn't, and the purple armor people would just destroy you if you didn't have that. And, you know, you didn't get any armor at all to begin with. So if they found armor and an upgrade, they were just like so ahead. Didn't really feel that fair, so it's good to see them addressing that. Then we've got world improvements. We've been fixing pesky world bugs and optimizing areas to improve the environment. With these improvements, we made adjustments to the lighting as well as enhancing the visibility across the map. And then vehicle balance. We've adjusted the balance for helicopters and combat vehicles to keep them as powerful tools showing off Battlefield's core DNA, without making them necessary to survive or win the late game. This includes significant adjustments to the heli countermeasures and ammo economy. We've also been working on providing smoother performance overall. We have identified and addressed a range of issues that affected performance that we simply couldn't have done without our players' involvement in the tests. Let's go! Thank you for continuously sharing your feedback and suggestions. All of your clips, bug reports, and discussions on community channels are shaping what we do next. We also welcome you to join us on the Battlefield Discord to follow along and chat about the latest news and updates. Start of Season 1 is planned for October the 28th, so mark your calendars for even more exciting ways to play your way, including new maps, modes, weapons, and more. The Battlefield team. So I gotta say, guys, I think this time around, EA, I gotta tip my hat to you, man. Like, good job, guys. They're actually responding to feedback in a timely manner. Like, not only are we getting Season 1, like, what, 2.5 weeks or something after the game releases, but they've already got the first slew of changes and improvements come to the game. Some of them have been implemented, some are coming with the Season 1 launch, and some are coming a little bit, you know, in like mid-Season 1. But it's just really good to see that they're actually taking all this feedback on board and implementing on it straight away, like listening to the community. That is a thing that was sorely lacking in Battlefield 2042. In most Battlefield games, in fact, we had to wait like 6 months, you know, for the game to get into a playable state. So it really just is a nice breath of fresh air. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, guys, there is another video coming from me today. So don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date so you don't miss that one. It's going to be all about the Portal XP changes. DICE put out another blog post on that. And also that the Battle Royale may be getting shadow dropped on the 28th. So just a little bit of a teaser for you for that video. As always, though, if you enjoyed today's video... Oh, look who's here. It's Lopper. She's come to say goodbye to you guys. She's only really showing you her arse at the moment, but, you know... Lopper's butt is better than no Lopper, I guess. But yes, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. And me and Lopper will see you in the next one, won't we, Lopper? Say bye.